Hey, my name is Christian, and today we're going to be going over the event that we organized for our HT classes, event management and planning. And the event that we had to organize was named WCU Pickleball Tournament for Health and Wellness. And it was I, myself, Christian Bafouin, that organized Garrett Robinson, Sam Shepard, and London Figueroa. And also the professor that taught us is Dr. Kia Rockney. So here's a little outline of what we'll be covering in this video. We're going to be starting by the event overview itself, the planning phase, the budgeting and forecasting, the budget table for the actual expenses, the marketing and promotion, the timeline during the event, the elimination template that we use to eliminate the teams, and also the post-event reflection that also included what didn't work and what worked for the event. Our event purpose was to promote health and wellness while fostering community. And the 5 W's for that event was, first of all, who. It was all W students of all skills and level. What. It was based on charity pickleball tournament. When. It was on November 7th. And where. It was at the Ramsey Center outdoor pickleball court. Why. It was to raise funds for charity while also encouraging physical activities and social connection. Let's also note that our stakeholder were all W students, ourselves the organizer, and our sponsors, which was the Health and Wellness and also the Greek Life. Here is a little snapshot during the game, and we have 16 playing against each other. Let's have a little overview of the planning phases. So we had to decide why we wanted pickleball, and it was decided that pickleball was a game that we all enjoy, especially us the organizers. So we decided to go for that. And then the tournament format, how we wanted to put up the team, how we wanted the elimination to works, and also the location and the dates. Some key milestone to go over here is the court reservation that we later on discovered that we didn't need to reserve. We just had to be there earlier. The equipment for the players, the marketing campaign, the registration deadline, and also the post-event evaluation draft form. And to work on all those things, we had to divide some important tasks to all the members. So we all had a key role to play to make this event as successful as it was. Budgeting wise, we were hoping to have 32 teams in total and also 12 solo players, which was going to make us an income of 196 as we're charging $5 per team and $3 for solo players. And then we were hoping to have our refreshments covered by our sponsors and a donation from Sam. Also, the prizes was supposed to be used from the income that was supposed to make from the ticket sale. And then for equipment and dress code, it was bring your own equipment preferred. And if you were missing one, we were more than happy to provide you one. This is the actual expense that occurred for the event. So we didn't spend anything for the venue, and we spent $3 for printing material, and then publication. We use our own social media to share the information and flyers, and the drinks and snacks was $16 total, which was covered by sponsors. And then we didn't have any licenses or authorization to have, so this is not applicable. And then for logistics and volunteers, it was also free. We didn't have to pay anybody to do it. So we had a total of $19 of expenses. Here is a little snapshot of our flyers and also registration system and forms. In the flyer, we included the QR codes, the dates, the time, and the location for our events. And in the registration form, we were making sure we were getting the student's email, name and last name, and also phone number in case of emergency. We were hoping to reach at least 500 students or more, and also using some personal channels to share the information. In addition of the flyers we put around campus, such as our own Snapchat account, our own Instagram accounts, and our own personal accounts for groups and clubs that we have on campus to share the information to students. And here is a bigger view of the flyer itself with all the different and main information that we wanted students to get when they were looking at the flyer. A little timeline of the day of the event. At 3:30 p.m., we arrived on site before the players actually arrived at 4 p.m. to make sure that we could secure those courts for us and also set up the snack stands. Also, at 4 p.m., when all the players arrived, we started registrations and start giving instruction on how the game was gonna go on for eliminations. 4:20 game started, and by 6 p.m., we had our final game with the two finalist teams. So a little map on our elimination. We're working from general to the finalist. It was each team against the other, and then another team against the players, the winners of the other team, and the other winners against the losers of the other team until we got to the finalists to play together. So now will be pictures and videos took during the events, and we'll be back after to discuss the post-event reflection and surveys. Just a little snapshot of our winning team here. Now that we have went from the overview of that event to the planning to the execution of that event, let's talk about the post-event survey and reflection. Unfortunately, when we sent the email out for the survey, we just got one response back, which was positive from that person, but it was just unfortunate that we couldn't get more answers out of our participant. Now, let's talk about what worked overall for that event and what didn't work for that event. So, a little reflection on what worked and what did not. What worked is we had a really smooth logistics and flow for the event overall, a really strong team coordination and role execution from each members that organized that event, and we also made sure the court was reserved for us, so we had to be there earlier. Our registration system really worked, and we're in general really well organized between us and the team to make sure who was supposed to be what, and coordination and understanding on what was going on during the game. What didn't work is we had a low attendance compared to what we forecasted. 5 team compared to 32 team, and then 2 solos compared to 12. Also, the event was scheduled during the homecoming parade, which made our attendance be very low. And also, the feedback survey didn't really get as much people to reply as we would have wished. So this is gonna conclude my presentation on our event today. And here is a picture of the members of the group. And thank you for watching.